Welcome back to my channel. I am Roslyn, and today's topic will be based on how I purchased my first home at the age 24. But before we get into that, I'd love for you to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube algorithm. I hope you enjoy this topic as much as I am talking about it. I want to touch on savings first. We have to save. Save for what we want. We put aside money for what we truly want and not just for the things that we see and want for a moment, like clothes and shoes and those stuff. Yeah, so we save for things that will have a value in the next 10 years, 20 years. Yeah, we want to be disciplined. With saving, you have to have the discipline. You have to be disciplined when you want to put some money aside. We put the money aside for a year and then we say, oh, I don't want bank to have my money, I want to have my money to spend. That's not a good idea to have in your head. You don't want to be saving and then you tell yourself, say, oh, life too short, I want to spend my money. If you have kids, then you think about having your child or children name in your account. So if something should happen to you, if you think life is too short and something can and will happen to you, at least they will benefit, right? So we can save not only for ourselves but for our kids. After saving, putting aside money, we need to go to the NHT if we so desire. Contributing to the NHT, the National Housing Trust of Jamaica. That's how I got my finances or some of the money to purchase my first home through the National Housing Trust, NHT. If you are self-employed, you can obtain a house through the NHT, but you have to be contributing as a self-employed person. If you're working with a company, your company or most companies will pay your contributions because they'll be deducting taxes from your salary, so they will pay your taxes for you. If you're working with a company and that company is not deducting taxes from your salary, then you can go ahead and pay your contributions through self-employed contributor or as a self-employed contributor. Just go into the NHT and they will give you the necessary information. Just don't take my word for it or take other people's word for it. Go in for yourself and give them your name and give them your information, and they will guide you through the process. It is a process that it takes time, but at the end of the day, it will benefit you. So contributing to the NHT, as I did, I was working for a company, but my company wasn't deducting taxes from my salary, so I had to go in and pay my taxes. So, paying my taxes, I was qualified within a few years. normally take a year, but I went in a few years after, and I got my necessary information. They told me what I should get, and I went out now and I started searching for a house. I was lucky and blessed, highly favored by the Almighty to get a house within the cost or within the price range of my benefits that the NHD had for me or had to offer to me. I went and found a house, a studio. At the time it was a studio, and I purchased that studio. And the process in purchasing the studio was I got the sales agreement from my lawyer. I got letters from my employer, and I got additional information and paperwork documents from the NHD. So it is a back and forth situation where I had to get letters from my employer, taking it to my lawyer, and getting letters from my lawyer and bringing it to the NHD, and from the NHD to my lawyer. So it's a lengthy process. Sometimes it can be tiresome and stressful, but they say if you want good, your nose have to run, right? So if somebody tell you, oh, it can't work this way, and they don't know if it can work, sometimes they don't know themselves. You have to go to somebody else and they can say, okay, it can work this way, so try it this way. Don't let one person discourage you, right? I got so many no's and so many, I don't think you can do this, but I pushed through. I was persistent, and I am a self-driven person, and I am motivated by things around me, and things that I see going on, and I would say I am motivated by negative things. If you know what I mean. So if I'm in a situation where they tell me, oh no, it can't be done, I am going to prove the point that yes, it can be done, and it can be done Rosalind's way. And they always say, oh, you think you're the greatest, but no, I'm not the greatest, but I want to make sure that I try it and I see that it's not done, right? If I go ahead and try it, I don't want people to say, oh, you can't do it. There's nothing as can't. I always say you can. Try. If it doesn't work, then you try another way, right? All right, so after finding the house, we get the lawyer, and we have to pay some fees, right? So that is where your savings come in. So you have to put aside savings. So after getting the lawyer, paying your fees, it takes a while to process, because all of these information has to go to the different through the different channels, whichever way you're taking it. If you're going by purchasing from a company, or if you're purchasing from one of the Gore or one of those companies, it's different from purchasing from an individual. So you have to do your due diligence in doing your research and purchase your home or your house. I remember sometimes this is some house in some areas you want to live there, but somebody else would want to live there, so you can rent this house out. You don't have to live there. It will become a source of income for you, right? And after I purchased the studio, I went ahead and expanded on the property. I added some more rooms. Took some time in adding some more room, but at the end of the day, I am comfortable and my family is comfortable. You can do it just the same. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do great things as an individual if you put your mind to it. Have yourself a wonderful day, my people. Thanks for watching.